Yes, people, it's never a foul, and it's your boy Cass, and I'm smiling today because I'm actually happy to be streaming. Not only that, I'm going to be happy to be joined by Dapps very soon, and I'm also going to be very happy to be joined by Mo very soon. It's a Q&A Sunday. That means it's your time to give us the questions, and we will answer to our best of our abilities. You know, at the end of the day, football is a game of opinion. So yeah, man, do get your questions in. Big up all of you. Big up everyone that has smashed the like so far. What kind of poll should I run today? I'm not too sure. I'm trying to think as it goes, but you know what? The first and foremost, you already know how it goes. I have to run the intro. And Magic Mo's in the building, just like that. As I promised you guys, he will be here. And by the way, Daps will be here. Don't worry. Don't cry. No, none of that. But how are you doing today, Mo?
I'm all right. It's a good morning here. Ready to talk, man. Ready to answer questions, and happy to be streaming every day, as always, with you, Daps, and the team. And thanks for everybody that is here watching us. It's great to have you guys.
Yeah, man. Did you catch the score yesterday, by the way, with the whole Arsenal thing and Chelsea?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And I said it. I wanted Chelsea to struggle, and they struggled. And it's not a dig at Chelsea. It's just I think they are very confident, and the fans are very confident. We're gonna get fourth. This is our spot. Blah blah blah. But it showed yesterday. They have holes, man. They have holes, and they need to fix that as soon as possible. It's only 2 weeks for the season to start, right?
It's 2 weeks. I find it quite. I get it. It's pre-season and everything. I find it quite worrying personally. I feel like it is a worry. Like when you think that it's only 2 weeks away and their attack looks absolutely non-existent. Gallagher doesn't look like he fits at all, and he was trying. He was actually trying. Maybe that just confirms that he might actually need another loan. But I don't know.
Yeah. Go ahead. I just want to address it. Someone in the comment here. I know that you're going to go through the comment, but this comment is someone, hey, I'm new from Italy. He's a Juventus fan. Hey, thank you so much for tuning in from Italy. It is actually, I don't think we get a lot of Serie A fans here, and it's just, it fills my heart with joy that someone
you know what
coming from...
Where's Gaetano? You know Gaetano, you see him in the he's in the comments sometimes. Gaetano is also a Juventus fan from Italy, so that's 2 Italians. I love that. I love that.
That's great. It's a great comment. Thank you so much, David, for being here with us. If you don't know, I'm an Inter fan, but I'm here. Premier League, top 6, but everything football, right? We all talk about football. But going back to Chelsea, I just people, get your comments in about Chelsea. I know that Cass is going to go through the comments first, but I just have to say my piece. I have to say my piece about Chelsea. It is so Uncle Sharma is, guys, if you are no, seriously, this is a friend, is a personal friend. He is one of the biggest English speaking Inter channels on YouTube. He's a friend. We do a lot of streams together on his channel, and he comes on Inter Worldwide. Thank you so much for being here, Uncle Sharma, and show support. If you guys are interested in Serie A football, it's his channel. He's very, very good content creator. We might get him here once if there's a Champions League game.
Get him to show. Literally, get him to show us. If he messages us on Never a Foul, or one of us will get him on, because there will be Inter Milan games. So yeah, man, all the time.
Thank you, Sharma, for being here with us. He's from Leicester, by the way. He's in Leicester.
Oh, is it? I'm from Coventry. He's like 40 minutes away, half an hour. Imagine that. Well, I'm not from Coventry. I just live here. What's it called? Related to Nippon Sharma? I'm not too sure. I doubt that. But let me I'm gonna go run through some of the. Big up Yusuf in the building. As long as all the time, always here, always supporting. By the way, Dapps will be here very soon. You said Chelsea might finish 6th this season. You know what? After that game, I get it. I take pre-season quite to a degree. I take it serious, and I'm not joking. If I was a Chelsea fan, I'd be worried. I'm already seeing Tuchel out. I'm already seeing if they bring in another defender before they bring in another attacker, they're going to start questioning Tuchel and so forth, etc. Man, it's not a bad shout, man. It's not a bad shout. Imagine getting baptized by Arsenal. I gotta give Arsenal a bit of credit. You gotta give Arsenal a bit of credit, because they played them off the park. They pressed very well, and that's something what happens when you've coached a team for a while. But if you are in here, do smash a like. We're on 22 likes already. You lot You lot are doing business today, innit? Hey, come on, man. I like to see that. If you haven't liked, get on your second account and go like it. It's not hard. Trust me. It works out.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it now. I'm going to my second account and I'm liking this.
Yeah, you heard. If you got a second account, like it. It doesn't. If you're a YouTube content creator, you know how much likes are more important than subs. I promise you that now for a fact. But what was I gonna say? Let me go through some more of the comments. Obviously, big up Daniel. He was saying Haaland. Obviously, right there, he scored yesterday. Ilyas is saying preseason doesn't matter. Oh, it doesn't, Ilyas, does it not? Oh, it doesn't matter apparently. It does matter. To get your style out and everything, it matters. You have to. It's your time to experiment and get some confidence, and and try out good things. Keenan saying this game was a good boost, but it honestly doesn't mean much. Chelsea are going to strengthen. They look like a different team before the league starts. Probably. Daniel said, can't wait for the Community Shield. Trust me, we got something cooking for that one next week. You'll see the guests coming on. Big up Austin Spoletta. Big up you, Jack Grealish is on fire. Sorry if I didn't say your name correctly. Martin, I think it's your first time coming here as well. It's Marina's fault. Big up you, and obviously love from the UK. Bailey saying, let me keep going down. Koulibaly was good. Yeah, I saw a couple of that, a couple Koulibaly comments saying that he looked good when he come on when he did. Big up Noz, Halo banger. Big up the people and big Haaland. Halo, if anyone doesn't know Halo, Xbox days back in the day, man. Come on, man. Everyone knows about that. Jay Brooks is saying Tuchel was out trending this morning, bro. I see it. Zed Flash, Chelsea look like a mess and it isn't about the game. Well, I think Zed Flash is a Tottenham fan, so yeah. And Abid is saying preseason results don't matter, but where the league starts in 2 weeks, that performance. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not about the result. It's about the performance. Don't you agree, Mo? Performance is everything.
It was shambolic. Yes. Guys, sometimes you don't care about the result if it's like a 2-1 or a 1-0 and you created chances and you were not dominated. But if you're starting Thiago Silva, if you're starting Reece James, if you're starting Jorginho, Kai Havertz, Timo Werner, and you get dominated like this and they go through you very easy, you have to be worried. I'm sorry. Questions have to be asked. Nobody gets a free pass in this day and age. In my opinion, nobody gets a free pass.
No, man. No, they don't. Guys, yeah, that's what I said. Preseason equals preparation season, of course. So that's why performance matters all the time. And that's why I'm quite gassed as a Man United fan. Any other Man United fans, it's the way we're playing and everything. It's nice to see. I've started about 4 questions at the moment. Get all your questions in. Just keep them rolling. Keep them rolling. And we're going to go through with them. But before we do that, we're going to wait for Dapps to come in and then we'll do all the questions. Aaron is saying Saliba on fire as well. He looked very good yesterday. I can't lie. That was a question. Motion Flicks. I'm going to get onto your question as well. Get all your obviously big up Narit all the way from, I believe this is Narit from Thailand. He went to the preseason game for Liverpool. He's a Liverpool supporter, beat Manchester United. So yeah, man, get your questions in. Smash a like. Let me run I feel like I need to run a couple. What's the thing I'm looking for? A poll. What kind of poll should I run?
Number 1 is, are Chelsea going to be out of top 6? Top 4?
Yeah. Can Chelsea make top 4?
So 3 options. Chelsea finish top 4. Chelsea out of the top 4. Chelsea out of the top 6.
Yeah. That's what I'm going to run a poll, and then you guys can tell me what you think. Let me just start this message for you quickly. And the poll: Can Chelsea currently make top 4? There we go. Can Chelsea currently make top 4? We're gonna have to see about that one, man. What's this? Share the tweet, allow it. Chelsea out Europa question. Another question in there. Get your questions. Gaetano, there's another Juventus fan in here, my boy. He's from Italy as well. Where is he? I'm gonna go all the way up. Where is he? David. Well, basically David Dozolo. Or David Dozolo. He says hi. He's a Juventus fan as well, man. So yeah, man. Big up. Another question. Boom. Yeah. Emotion. I see your thingy. I see your question. Don't worry. And obviously Haaland 9. Big up, boys. Great show as always. Haaland. Yeah, man. Obviously we'll be introducing someone that you know very, very well in just a moment. So keep your questions rolling. Literally 8 questions and more. So keep them coming. 10 minutes in. How many likes are we on, guys? We're on 44 likes already, and it's 37 on you. You deserve the Ratio King title today, man. Ratio Kings. I'm loving to see it. Zed Flash said, can't wait to play Chelsea's second match day. Don't know, when is Tottenham? I haven't seen much of Tottenham pre-season. Have you, Mo? Like, obviously, you're like a secret Tottenham fan, as you know, like with the Conte stuff. I've only seen the Sevilla stuff,
and
it was 1-1.
Keep pushing this agenda, people are gonna believe I'm a Spurs fan. To be honest,
yeah.
I'm not. I'm
to be honest,
I'm always go for underdogs. You know what? If I will always go for the underdogs because, in my opinion, it makes football better. Like when I went for Leicester when they were challenging for the league, it's always the underdogs, like the people that are like they're not expected to challenge and then they challenge. But nobody is looking at Spurs. They won. Their fans are liking the trophy yesterday. They won a trophy. They won against Rangers. 2-1. Harry Kane was on fire. It looks like the guy is starting really well preseason. So it looks like they're up and running. Even a lot of another Inter fan, Uncle Sharma, sent me here. Here you go. That's one. I just wanted to point this. Uncle Sharma sent me here. Tottenham. We're gonna have to get a guest here, a Spurs supporter, and talk about Tottenham like elaborately, and then we're gonna get like someone. We ask questions, and then we'll see what they think about their club and can their club really like push Liverpool, as everybody's talking about that. But Tottenham, they won their pre-seasons. They're playing good. They have they addressed some of the places they had holes last season, but as Dapps say, they're still missing a couple of signings. But it looks like Arsenal, Man United, and Spurs are moving forward, and Chelsea are not. So it looks like we don't know what is going to happen. But as of now, we're going to have the predictions show next week, and then we'll see how it is. But I'm expecting the stocks of Tottenham and Spurs and Arsenal and Man United to go up and Chelsea to go down.
The preseason results matter for that one. People don't know our preseason. That was cooking. There was a good 170 people watching us or at some point. Talk about our preseason of the here and now, considering transfers, preseason results, and everything. Cass, can we talk about Klopp's comments? He said it looks like City will be champions again. I thought they were our mentality monsters, but that comment doesn't show a big mentality. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. Falalu, bring Toby off. Don't worry who we got cooking in the background, like when they're gonna come on, man. Don't worry, we got it all in the bag on Never a Foul. Never a Foul is massive, bro. You don't understand, it's massive, and it will get there. It'll get its credit that it's due, man. But yeah, person in the background, are you set? Yeah, man. I see this guy, as he comes in, guys, do you wish him a happy birthday? Because it was his birthday recently. He had an amazing time as well, as far as I know, up in Manchester. I sent him a very nice message, and if it comes from me, I get kind of cringed out sending nice messages because it's just the way I am. But he deserves one. He deserves all the credit in the world. I'm sure he was pre in the Man City thing with Haaland. He is a City fan, and he's just turning out to be that guy. And you know what? It's him with it's that guy. Like it's MCFC Dapps.
So just to clear something up here. It's not my birthday till Wednesday.
It's still his birthday, but it's his belated birthday.
My birthday till Wednesday. My birthday's on Wednesday. I haven't had it yet, bro.
Everyone wish him a happy birthday on Wednesday if we do streaming.
On Wednesday.
Actually, you're not even gonna be here. Everyone wish him a happy birthday on his timeline.
I might try and come on though. If the Wi-Fi in the hotel's good, then I'll be on. But it depends. But yeah, man, had a wicked time. And your message was, I showed your message to a couple of my actual brethren that I was with, and was like, this guy right here, but they know about you anyway. Hi Mo, you good?
What's up, man? How are you? Welcome back.
I'm good.
Welcome back home.
I'm good. Yeah. I was only had a day off, but it feels like longer. That's how much one day off from YouTube actually helps. So
he's allowed to be late today. It's his birthday, man. What's it called? We've got a couple questions now. That's right. Actually, before we go to the questions,
the weather in Manchester, it's not a joke, right? So, so obviously I know because I go up there a lot, but you forget. So I got on the train, shorts, t-shirt, no jumper, but I did take a jumper. The minute I get off the train in Manchester, it's throwing it down. It's colder, right? Been like that all weekend pretty much up there. Like at one point last night, we were in kind of rave outside while it was raining. And then today, get on the train, raining. The minute we pull back south of like Rugby, probably I'd say, yeah. It's boiling hot to the point where I'm having to have cold showers before streams. It's not a joke. The weather up north is different. But So are the people. So are the people. People are so nice
man.
up north, man.
Oh, trust me, so much better than South. One thing I've got to big up is Northerners, man. There's such it's a community. It's actually a community. But yeah, man, get the likes up. 59 people and counting. 50 minutes in. Get your questions in. I'm starring every single question, as long as it's football related, and I suppose about us if it's relevant. If
as for Avi Troops about needing a gym session, I definitely don't, bro. I'm more than comfortable in my body, rude boy. You like? I don't do gym. The only time I do gym is sometimes I go gym and I do, when I get into gym, I do a lot of cardio. I just run and cycle because I couldn't give a shit if I'm muscly or not, to be honest. I don't need muscle. I do like cardio. I like going running. That's what I do.
Did you watch the Man City game yesterday at all? I heard it was abandoned and I see it went on.
Yeah,
just
so
the highlights,
I was out obviously. But I caught the highlights afterwards. It got, I think after about 15, I think it was pretty much after Haaland scored, in fact, it got, they got pulled off because of thunderstorms and there was the risk of, heavy rain and the risk of thunderstorms.
Then came back on. The lightning. Once they have lightning here in America, they have to, within I think 5 miles or something, they have to leave and then they come back 20 minutes later.
Yeah. And then basically, I think it started raining again in the 85th minute. So the ref just blew the final whistle.
Oh, fair enough.
But there was 80,000 people in the stadium.
Oh, imagine that. 80,000 people in a friendly. Imagine that. I'm sure it's just the angle.
Pisses down on you as well.
Really, can't have really been that many people at a City game, surely. Nah.
It was point Bayern. What's it called? Motion Flicks. First question of the day, by the way. Would you love Anthony or De Jong? I want De Jong. I made it clear and I made it known. I really want De Jong. I don't care about Anthony too much, to be fair. And as far as I know, most of the Man United fan base have not watched Anthony once, and yet they're screaming for his name. So that's what people got to realize this as well. I've watched Anthony a few times. I did like what I see. I did like what I saw, to be fair. But he's not the type of winger I kind of want right now. I feel like we could do with a burst of energy in the ranks. What about any of you guys? If you could choose, if you was just obviously on a De Jong or Anthony for Man United?
De Jong for me. De Jong all day long. I mean, no, actually, hold on. For Man United, no, I want Anthony. I want you to get Anthony.
Yesterday against Real Madrid, man, De Jong freaking ran the show in the midfield.
Did he?
Man, against Real Madrid? Oh my God, man! This kid is like something special. He's like Pirlo, but like younger, like Pirlo got like really good after 25, 26. This kid, man, runs the show from the defense, going to the midfield against Real Madrid, and they couldn't get near him, man. This guy is going to change how Manchester United play, to be honest. And him actually being worked before with Ten Hag is something in the midfield. It's going to change how they play. They're going to have more position. He's going to improve all the movement of the defense, and he's going to improve everybody around him. This kid is something else, man. Like, it's just, this guy is, he's a Guardiola kind of player, but if Manchester United get him, it's just this is gonna change the equation, in my opinion, this guy, but he doesn't want to.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If they get him, and the thing is, I think I spoke on a few times on Jude Bellingham that if I was Man United, he would be a player that I really try and go for to build a team round. But ultimately, De Jong's another one. He's the type of player that if you get in that position, you could build a whole team around him because he can run the whole game for you. But I hope the rumors are true and that he doesn't want to leave. And I guess if he's playing for Barcelona, putting in good performances, there is a chance that Barcelona might two things that's not good for Man United. One, Barcelona might go, do you know what, we'll keep him. Or secondly, they might go, actually, now he's worth more money. We want more money for him.
You've got to agree the fee. It's going to be hard to be like, nah, we don't want that fee no more. It would
Barcelona,
count.
Bro? Barcelona?
Yeah, I know. But the thing is, I saw things. So I'm doing some maths yesterday. Actually, not with just me. It was actually with 2 Barcelona fans. So we're talking about this Koundé thing, right? And also with Chelsea. And basically, on the whole part of that is they can't get Koundé. What the fuck?
Hi,
what are they saying in the background? Yeah, Siri. Yeah, my bad. So basically, the whole thing with that is that they want Koundé to be patient, right? But they can't actually get Koundé the money for Sevilla, even though it's a lower fee for Sevilla. that they need to make a couple sales before they actually bring in anybody else. And actually, they need to actually make a sale if they want to register a couple more of their players. Can you imagine that before the season starts? So it's a bit sticky, and I don't know, man. It's as far as I know. Next question, anyways. David, obviously the new Juventus fan all the way from Italy. So joining Gaetano as he Forza Italia and everything. As a Juventus fan, I feel like Chelsea is better than Arsenal. My opinion. Are Chelsea after yesterday, Daps? If you watch any highlights, obviously Mo will get to, his opinion as well. Is currently that performance quite worrying as for Chelsea? Regardless of the result, the performance was shocking.
The thing is, it was with games like this, they are friendlies, so we can never read too much into it. And even if it is a full strength team, they are still friendlies, so we can't read too much into it because we don't know if what the managers said. We don't know about fitness levels. But I guess when you've got quite a few senior players playing, it can be worrying because it's like we've sent the youngers out. There were quite a few senior players in Chelsea's team, right?
Yeah, there was quite a few. They were missing, notably, they were missing Kante and Chilwell. That's it, really. Koulibaly was available, but played towards the end of the game when the game was dead.
But we can't read too much into a friendly. But as a Chelsea fan, getting beat 4-0 by Arsenal, was it 4-0 or 4-1 in the end?
4-0.
Yeah, getting beat. It's a bit like Liverpool getting beat by Man United.
Yeah,
getting beat by an Arsenal team that you've been slating all summer. It's not good, is it? It's not good for the confidence, especially when it's one of your latter games of the pre-season. It's just not something you really want. It's first game of the pre-season. You can be a bit like, you know what? Yeah, we're not getting it. But by latter ends of the pre-season, your fitness is supposed to be getting there and you're supposed to be getting ready for like the next game. So it's not good. But at the end of the day, look, we know that Chelsea have got a lot to do. And we know that it's still going to spend a lot more in the transfer window. We know they're going to. So,
yeah. What about you, Mo, man? Would you be worried if you was a Chelsea fan?
Dude, I was worried that Inter lost 1-0 to Lens yesterday. What are you talking about? This is. I think I'm not sure. I'm checking now. It's just you have another game to play, or that's it for them.
I think they're all coming back. Everyone's returning, right? I think
sometimes, but what you will find is with things like this, sometimes this will lead to them having maybe another game behind closed doors or something. Because when things like this happen, sometimes managers will be like, not good enough. You lot are playing another game, arrange a quick game behind closed doors to maybe one, try and get their confidence up, and two, be like, you need to prove like to certain players, you need to prove that you need to be in this team. Otherwise you can go on the transfer window before it closes. So
they haven't sorted out some of the players. But let me talk about the game yesterday, Dapps. It started on fire. Gallagher 2 fouls on Saka. It was like the referee was about to give yellow card. The game was like, it looked like a real game. It looked like a game that is actually matters. But then the problem is that they couldn't get near the Arsenal players. Even though it was friendly, they couldn't get near them. Like Saka was like bowling left and right, dribbling. Odegaard was like everywhere, and they couldn't get near him. Jorginho was too slow. Havertz and Werner didn't have the best first touch. And that has nothing. I know that you talk about fitness.
Werner was embarrassing. He was embarrassing.
Like the first touch was really bad. And they're like, this is worrying.
Yeah, like, off the boil.
We're gonna come to Bayern and City, but you can tell that these teams are prepared. This Chelsea team is not ready. If the season starts next week, this team is not ready at all, and the season starts in 2 weeks.
Do you know what? I think there's some value to that though. Then this isn't a dig at Chelsea at all, because I'll be clear. I feel like last year Chelsea, what happened to them the second half of the season was an anomaly, and that's why I've said I'm not judging Tuchel on last season. Too tough, but they've come into a transfer window. They need to do a lot. And again, it might have been an overlaps of what happened last year. They started doing their business late on. So they're getting their players in later. Whereas I guess like even with City only playing 2 friendlies, the squad have been together and they've been training and like you said, we kind of know, Pep knows the way they're going to play. He knows all of that. With Chelsea, they are bringing in a lot of new players. By the way, in any of Chelsea's pre-seasons, they play with 2 at the back yet?
Yeah, that's what they did currently yesterday.
Which is, there we go, a new system.
But
still, it's a new system, so it is relevant that they're not used to their new system yet. So
it's not even a stat as well. That I'll put a spin on it. Sterling actually looked alright. Actually looked good. It just looks like they weren't up to his wavelength, if I'm being totally honest. Right. And also, Zinchenko was cooking Reece James, yes. And you know what this does as well. This should not scare, but it should not actually know. This should be put a positive on for as a Chelsea fan. This shows the board because Todd Bowley was there watching that they need attackers. Watch them go out and get an attacker now. Watch it. It's going to happen.
I think as well with Arsenal, you could say with Arsenal that because of the way people have spoken on Arsenal, right, and it is quite a young squad. Whether people do, people will go away and look at the age of their whole squad and then come back and tell me what their average age is. But generally, it is quite a young squad, and they've probably heard everything the press is saying, fan bases are saying, and they've probably got a bit of a bee in their bonnet. Like, do you know what, lads? Let's go out there. Players like Gabriel Jesus, players like Zinchenko, they won't have arrived there and thought, oh, yeah, we're going to take this shit. We're coming from the champions of the Premier League. They're going to be saying to people, let's go fucking out there and show these lot, show the whole media that we're not here to fuck about. Like, we haven't left Man City to come here and be taking the piss out of. Like, they're not. Zinchenko and Jesus will not go to Arsenal, be cool with being mocked by other fan bases. Like, and they will put rockets up other players' asses because they'll be like, no, we're not having this. Like, come on, we're a young team. Let's get together. Let's be motivated. Let's play for each other, work our asses off and show people that we're not here.
It's a different kind of mentality now, man. Yeah. You add Jesus and Zinchenko. Imagine if they did get Sterling as well. I was saying, imagine if they had Sterling as well from City. It wouldn't be.
That would be mad.
It would have been absolutely
really good
scary.
Yesterday, class.
Did it? But
really good.
Martinelli looked good.
Man.
He looked good yesterday, but it's what happens when he gets injured. Who you put in there? Emil Smith Rowe, Pepe. Come on, man. It's one injury away from having a shit attack. Like, they might have to have Jesus on the right, Saka on the left, and then Nikita up front. But yeah, man, next question anyways from Keenan. By the way, 110 of you in here. I appreciate every single one of you coming in. Absolutely. If you do want to see Never a Foul again, do hit the subscribe button if you want to see one of our videos, obviously, in the future. And if you're having a 76 watching, 76 likes at 26 minutes. Guys, can we get this to 100? We're looking to get to 100.
Yeah, there's 110 of you in here.
35 minutes.
There's 110 of you in here, right? 110. The like buttons look like this or this. I never understand which one it is because of reflections. And if it isn't dark grey, please smash it. Another reason why I want you to smash it is because yesterday, while I couldn't stream, these two guys, I believe, Mo, it was you and Cass, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Put on a sensational show. Did really good numbers. So for me, could you also smash a like for yesterday's show on today's show, please? Because thank you, guys. It was really good. When I woke up, looked at I'll admit I was too drunk last night to be looking at numbers. But when I woke up this morning and looked at the numbers, I was like, boom, that is a sick show. So thank you. Thank you, guys.
That's all right, man.
To you too.
It's all right, man. Appreciate it, man. And everyone is in here. Just do subscribe, man. And if you do subscribe, you can comment. But on to Keenan's question, is Koundé enough, if they do get him, enough to steady the ship and get them top four? I don't think he is. I think they steady the ship at the back a lot more for me personally, but not going forward. There's still questions going forward. What about you, Mo?
Absolutely not. It doesn't matter. Absolutely not. Because we saw yesterday, they played back in the back four. They're going to switch to back three. Koulibaly's come in. He looked really, really good. The guy's aggressive, can read the defense, can run the whole defense, and also having Thiago Silva. Chalobah is not a bad option as well. He's so quick. He is so fast in recovery. Interceptions are really good. And he will learn from Koulibaly and Thiago Silva.
Thiago, yeah. Two great players to play alongside and learn from. Two great players, yeah.
But you can't play like this and not score goals. And your midfield getting it's too slow. And I know that Kovacic and Kanti did not start, but again, you need to have attacking at least to release some pressure of the defense. You'll need to be able to hold the ball, and they can't. Only Sterling, and as Cass said, they were not up to his speed. The guy was running, and they didn't know where to move, what to do. And it looked like he was on a different level than everybody from that attack, and this is not going to work. They need a top-notch attacker, but I would go for an attacker now rather than actually putting all the eggs on Condé's basket, because you have Chalobah still can play, and you have Koulibaly, and you have even Reece James can play center back. Like, you have players, but this is going to be in my opinion, it's going to be a big mistake if they only buy Koundé and not get an attacker.
Nah, they will get attackers. I think as soon as Koundé's over the line, I think they will. And do you know what? I'll be honest with you. I think Sterling will have obviously had conversations with Tuchel before he joined, and Tuchel will have told him what the transfer agenda was. And I think Sterling will probably be saying, "Look, you need to get these strikers in. You told me you're getting, whether it be a striker or another winger or whatever." I don't think Sterling will be as he's getting older now and getting into this mature age of his career, I think he'll be calling it out if they don't. I think he'll be saying, look, no. If we're going to be serious this season, and he hasn't joined Chelsea to fuck about, he'll want to win something there. He'll probably be saying, who are we getting in? And do you know what? Koulibaly probably will as well. And any other player that goes to Chelsea will have been briefed on who they're bringing in, or not who, but what their other transfer business is going to be. And if they see it slow down, they'll probably be calling it out.
But Dapps on paper, they have the names. On
Yeah,
paper,
we know.
that's the problem.
The
Chelsea fans will tell you that on paper we have the names, but he just can't utilize them.
Yeah, no. I don't agree with that.
Yeah, me too. I don't agree with that because I don't think these players are good enough to be able to lead the line. But they are convinced that Havertz is the future. They are convinced that they keep telling us that Timo Werner will bag goals. I don't know why. Like, it's just,
the thing is, Timo Werner. Do you know what Matisse said? It spot on because Matisse is proper Timo Werner out. Right? He did a video pretending to be a Bayern Munich fan, and was basically literally talking like he's a Bayern Munich fan channel, saying, guys, I don't know why we haven't gone in for this person. This person is the perfect replacement for Lewandowski. Why we haven't put a bid in yet, I do not know. And he started talking up Timo Werner. And he said to me, I'm not going to lie, by the time I finished recording the stream, I actually was thinking, I've nearly sold Timo Werner to myself again. Because when you look at his numbers in the Bundesliga and what he was doing in the Bundesliga, it's like, yeah, on paper it looks like a really good signing, but we've given him 2 seasons. I liked Timo Werner after the first season, and I actually thought Timo Werner and Lukaku could work really, really well, but it didn't. And I think Chelsea's fan base now with Werner, because they really supported him as well. To be fair, I think they've had enough of him, and they know he's not the one.
Yeah.
Havertz, I think Havertz dropped deeper. Not
well,
much
you
deeper.
say that now. Nagelsmann and Werner could work out.
Yeah.
He was his former manager.
But I also think Havertz a bit deeper would not, and I'm not saying drop him to like central midfield, but play him just behind his striker. I think Havertz could work. I just don't think as a false 9 right now it works at all. I don't think it will.
Yeah.
Prove me wrong by all means, but I don't think it will.
I had a madness for this guy in our Discord chat. If anyone's interested in joining our football Discord chat, do jump in. I will post a link soon. But Keenan, all the way from Seattle, was saying, Mo, this is towards you, Mo. Looking at Arsenal's current squad and form, do you think Jesus can hit 20 league goals?
Yes.
League goals, like as in Premier League.
Big statement.
Premier League goals.
Big statement from me. Yes. After what I saw yesterday,
that is a big statement. 20 league
that is a big. You know, fair enough.
Let me tell you why. Let me explain myself.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna write that down right now. What's the? I'm writing certain predictions on my board. I'm gonna write
32 minutes. 32 minutes. 30. Yeah.
If he plays about 35 games or 33 games, from 33 games and up, I think he can. He can. Based on from what I saw yesterday, the finishing, the movement, the people around him, he should be able to score 20 goals. If he doesn't, I think he is. It looks like his finishing is sublime. They lacked something like this. Lacazette was really bad in finishing. And I think Gabriel Jesus yesterday, I was never a big fan of Gabriel Jesus because I'm someone who's convinced that if you can get into Pep Guardiola's team, maybe you're not good enough. But to be honest, this guy, I think he has something that we couldn't see. He needed to be released from duties that Pep Guardiola demands from his players. And it looks like Arteta is letting him to play whatever he wants. He was drifting left, he was drifting right, he was coming deep, he was going as a number 9, and it looks like this guy has the package, right? And I'm sure when Pep Guardiola saw this kid and he came to Manchester City, Pep Guardiola saw something. Maybe the kid wanted to be released because Guardiola, every time you listen to any of ex-Guardiola players or current, they tell you Guardiola is so demanding in training and so demanding in game that he doesn't just let you play free on the field. Even someone like Kevin De Bruyne said that we have really clear instructions sometimes. And maybe this guy, Gabriel Jesus, is kind of a player that needs freedom. And it looks like Arteta is giving him freedom. This is why yesterday he looked really, really good. And I think he has the ability to score 20 plus goals. And this is just what I think.
Yeah, I got you brought up relevant points, but go on. I don't even want to take too much time talking about
So
this. I don't think he hits 20 plus league goals.
Well,
20
I think
plus,
20 is
plus.
good. Firstly, I want by the time the season starts, I want my board filled with hot takes, and I'm minuting them all. Then I'm gonna put them out there. We've got 2 so far. The first one was Mo's one. Sorry, the second one was Mo's one. The first one was the guy from Thailand when he said about
Narrate.
when he said, who was it? He said that someone would take points off of every single Big Six team.
Nottingham Forest.
Sorry, Nottingham Forest.
Yep.
Nottingham Forest. Yeah, big up Narrate, man. I love
but
Narrate.
I was just speaking to Mario when he was round just before I came on the stream about Jesus. And he was saying the same, that he thinks, we were having the conversation about Jesus. And I said, you have to remember, when he arrived at City and he got played through the middle, he scored. I said, Arteta's done the right thing. By first game after he arrived, he got played through the middle, he scored. Next game, played through the middle. Next game, and he has to continue that. Has to, because that's what he hasn't got at City. He only got that the first half season. After that,
yeah, please tell me you got Gunnar Lee's prediction of third down there as well.
Oh, well, you can give me that afterwards. But after that, he got an injury. Then basically the rest of the time, he'd either play like maybe 3-4 games maximum through the middle before being benched, or he'd play wide. So it is relevant. Now, second point was on the Pep thing about how Pep works players, and you're spot on. I think that's what we've seen with Grealish, that when Grealish came from Villa, where basically he could play freestyle football, free reign against teams that predominantly are not playing a low block. Then he moved to City, where predominantly we play teams playing a low block, and you've got Pep, who's pretty much like, if you don't trap back, if you don't stay in your box, if you don't do this, if you don't do that, I'll drag you. I'll drag you. You're on the bed. I'll pull you off. Literally. Pause. But then I don't know if anyone's seen the interview with Haaland yet from last night. He got asked about. He just kind of briefly spoke on Pep. I think it was to do with fitness initially, but then he was like, Pep's crazy. But he was like, literally, Pep is crazy, but I like it. Like, I love it. That's what I need. And then they were like, what do you mean by that? And he wouldn't go into it. He was like, no, I don't want to go into it. He kind of got a bit shy, like, I don't want to say too much. But you know what? That's like quite interesting already, because one of my fears is Haaland joining City thinking he's bigger than City? Maybe. I don't think he was going to, but it's always one of your doubts. If you're buying a player like Mbappe, Haaland, someone that is really fucking big, you think, do you know what? And to see that already Pep has got him under manners, that he's like, Pep's crazy, but I love him. And then they're trying to push for, what do you mean by crazy? And he will not speak on them. And it's like, do you know what? That is respect for his manager, which is good. But I think it is round these managers off of players like Jesus. When you're playing under certain managers, they push for something very different. And with Jesus, you might be right that he's now got Arteta. He's gone there knowing I am quite a big deal at Arsenal Football Club. Arteta, I've won 4 leagues under Pep. You need to play me the way I want to be played, not the way you want to play me. And I just hope it succeeds. I hope he succeeds. Not too much. If it was at a different club, I wouldn't want him to succeed, because their success might be against us. With Arsenal, unfortunately, they're not going to challenge us. So I just want Jesus to keep playing, keep scoring. And I want him to be the most successful of Rafinha and Richarlison. That is all I wish for.
Yeah, it was similar. You can see from Arsenal style of play, anyways, that Jesus was going to fit like a glove. They tried to do it with Lacazette, they didn't work. Nketiah, obviously Nikita, I call him Nikita. I don't know. But next question is from Martin. Guys, there's 140 of you in here. If you haven't, smash a like. We get on 104 likes before 40 minutes, and I'm absolutely loving it. So ratio kings for today's show. I appreciate every single one of you. Please do subscribe if you want to see more content from Never a Foul. It's all sorts of content, by the way. Don't just do transfer shows and Q&As and fan calling shows. We do quite a lot, and a lot coming up, especially next week, hopefully. Yeah. Martin says, why do Italian players never come to the Prem? I just feel like they don't really come to the... but they rarely do.
This is surprising. Like when I said on that stream, when I got... when we were doing one of the combined 11s and I got Italy, I said, right, I'm going to pick an Italian defender. And someone commented, has the Premier League really had that many good Italian defenders? And I was like, I'm sure we have. And then when
we're doing it.
Fucking hell, it has surprised me. We haven't had as many. Well, we didn't really have that many at all. No, man. Do you know what I think it is? I think Italians.
They just love it.
They love Italy,
bro.
They love
They just love Italy, bro. They love their home. What about you, Mo?
Family orientated. Why would they want to leave their family?
A lot of Italians said that the lifestyle in England doesn't suit them. The food and everything doesn't suit them at all. The weather doesn't suit them at all. That's number one. Number two is that they have a big stature in Italy, and they don't know if they're going to get the same thing in England. Same as English players leaving. It's not the same for English players. Like how many English players you see leaving? Paul Ince, when he went to Italy, he said, I liked it with Inter. You remember Paul Ince went to Inter back in the 90s, and then he liked it so much. But he said, it's so different than England in terms of lifestyle and the everything they do. And he wanted to go back. And
So I had to put it up. I mean, I don't rate Italian food. I actually think Italian food is very overrated. I think it relies on its sauce far too much and doesn't season its meat enough. But I mean, that's just my opinion. I actually remember having this argument last night while we were drunk looking for a food spot as well, which is mad. But anyway, carry on. Sorry, Mo. Had to put that up though.
I go to Italy every year, once or twice, just because of the food, just as a response to Dapps, to be honest.
Egyptian. For me, my elite food. We're moving away from football a bit, but my favorite food is Egyptian. Sorry, not Egyptian. Is Turkish Lebanese for me.
Italian food is the best, but anyway.
No, man. No.
Back to the Italians. It looks like it doesn't work for them. It's the system the English play. It's not about being fast, because back in the days, the English football was very, very slow, and we know that in the 80s and the 90s, they relied on long balls, but now it's so fast. It's just the physique is different in England. This is one. And then the second thing is the demands are different in the English league. And I watched English games live, and I watched Italian games live, and I watched Spanish games live. They're so different in terms of how they play, in my opinion. And maybe that's why Italians are scared. Like if you're already big in Italy, you might not want to leave. Like, why would I want to leave and go, and maybe my career will hit a dip? It's the same as Ogbonna. Look at Ogbonna leaving Torino and going to West Ham. He was supposed to go to Juventus, and it was going to go well.
He played for Millwall, He also played for Millwall. Imagine that.
Yeah, so
Mancini played for Leicester.
I didn't even know that.
I thought, it's different. But anyway, this is why Italians. We'll see. Scamacca at West Ham. We'll see how it is. Scamacca at West Ham. This might work.
Yeah, guys. By the way, I've literally posted our Discord link where all of us talking the Discord, talking football, life, and so forth. So do join the link. It's there. You see it in the chat. Do join it. It literally just click it. If you see the blue link, click it, and it would come in. And it's a way of us notifying you that we're going live as well.
Yeah. And also, actually, can I just say on Discord, I fly out to Portugal Tuesday. I promise I'll be in Discord. While I'm away, I'm going to be in Discord because I'm not doing streams and seeing anyone in streams. I'll be in Discord. I'll talk a lot more because I'm a bit shit in there. But also, 141 people watching now. Salute to every single one of you. Salute to all the mods as always. And anyone that is watching, and underneath the screen, there's a thumb. If it's not lit, just please tap it once. It will help us massively. Thank you. Sorry, Cass.
That's all right. Next question is obviously here. Abid says, obviously, we've got 32 questions. Will Sterling hit the figures he reached at City? I don't think he does next season. I don't. I'm just going to say no.
I've spoken it too much. No.
You can't. You just can't. Because not because of Sterling himself. It's just because Pep makes you 150% of who you actually are. It's as simple as that. It's the system thing that he plays. It creates a lot of chances. The workload defensively is not there because you get the ball right back when you lose it. So you're only thinking about offense. So you have more time to think about the places to be going offensively rather than having to do both aspects of the game. It is different, but at Chelsea, it's not the same. Chelsea, you'll have to do the offensive, but then you have to think about where I am now if we lose the ball, because they lose the ball in the front in the last 30, and that's different. That's different. It's Pep's system makes someone like, I don't know, like Pedro. You guys remember Pedro scored in every single final in the when
you mean
won,
hold on. You mean in Barcelona, Pedro?
Yes, Pedro.
Yeah.
You remember he was like, oh, this guy is the best in the world. He was like in contention to be the top 10 players. You know what I mean?
To Arsenal.
He came to Chelsea.
Chelsea, that was it. Sorry, Chelsea.
And he was good at Chelsea. And maybe Sterling will be good at Chelsea. but it's not going to be the same as playing for Guardiola because he makes you look better. Someone like Piqué, it's a very, very simple example. Gerard Piqué looked really good as a defender for Barcelona next to Puyol because he didn't have to defend a lot because he had the ball 70% of the time. And that's his Sterling maybe he didn't play 90 minutes all the time, but look at how many goals he scored. Look at the goals per minute ratio at City. It's insane. And this is why Guardiola is so easy to play at his system. If you fit the system and you listen to instructions, you will score goals, you will look great, and you will be cool, and you will be one of the main pillars of the team.
But you know what it is? It's all about, and this is the thing. If you look back to the Real Madrid game at the Bernabeu, right? Do you know what? Actually, no, I'll go one step further. Even if you were to look at the last game of the season when we played Aston Villa, there was moments in both those games, earlier in the games, where City ultimately weren't playing the way City play. They weren't playing the way Pep asks City to play. And when against Real Madrid, I'll remember it. Me and Steve, the minute Gundogan and Zinchenko came on, me and Steve were like, it's almost like Pep had said in their ears, just remember what we do. Remember what I tell you all the time. I don't know what everyone out there is doing. Just go in there, back to basics, simple passes, triangles. They came on, and by doing the most simple things, the game opened up and it became City were in control. We scored, and after that, I think the turning point was when Walker got injured, Cancelo switched to the right, and everything changed at that point. But until then, it was just two players going on that because they know Pep's system, have gone on and done very basic things, and all of a sudden, the whole game has opened up. And that's the thing. System football is massive, and if you can play in a system, I think I'm going to keep saying it. I'm sorry, until Chelsea get a striker, I do not believe Sterling. I'm not going to say he's going to be bad, but he's not going to be Sterling of 2-3 years ago. He's not.
But he was good yesterday. Just don't get me wrong. It's not a dig at Sterling. He looked levels above most of the players at Chelsea yesterday. Cass said it. He was faster. His passing was better. Like he looked great. The thing about it is that the coach and the team around him is not the same as Pep's team. He won 4 Premier League in the last 5 seasons. It's just simple.
A bid as well. He's got a few questions consecutively. Says, has Spurs transfer window been overrated due to the Conte factor?
Currently,
I'm going to go one step ahead. I'm going to say yes. It's been overrated.
Currently, yes. Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Mo, Tottenham fan, Mo.
Well, I think the players he got, like Perisic, is already a good wing back. He fits the system. The difference between what everybody signs, Chelsea don't play with wingers, and they signed Sterling. But Conte plays 3-5-2. He signed a wing back of Perisic, and he signed a Richarlison a second forward because he wants 2 up top. It's the difference between, do you sign someone who fits your system, or you're going to sign someone because he's just a good name? Arsenal signed Gabriel Jesus, who is a great number 9 that can drop deep. And this is why it's all about what you sign. So maybe it's overrated. Yes, I agree it's overrated, but it just fits the system. It doesn't matter who you sign if the player you're getting will fit your system. And it's the same as Diaz. Signing Diaz for Man City was probably the best signing in their last 2 years, because the guy came in, slotted right away because he's a ball-playing centre-back.
Who is that again? Who?
Diaz.
Oh, yeah.
It's as simple as that. So maybe it's overrated. I know that people make it like a big signing, but it's just they fit the system. Look at Perisic as a left wing back. I'm telling you, he's a game changer because he plays for my club for 3 years. He's a game changer as a wing back. Same as Croatia. You guys remember him with Croatia in the World Cup. He was phenomenal.
Yeah. I just think with Tottenham, I think they've had a good transfer window. I probably would say most of their signings have been good signings, but if anyone's thinking this is a transfer window that can take Tottenham from finishing 4th to Tottenham finishing potentially, I'm not going to say they will finish champions, but challenging, they haven't done enough to do that for me. There would have to be a massive Conte factor for that to happen, and that would involve Conte basically turning Dyer and Linglet
into a Bonucci, turning Dyer into Bonucci and turning Langley into Chiellini, and having Bissouma into Pirlo, and then
exactly. Ultimately, that's spot on, bro. That is it. Yeah, exactly that. And I do think he will get the better of defenders. Sorry, he'll make defenders better, but I don't think I don't think you can turn Dyer into a world-class defender. I don't think.
Oh, Lenglet's an upgrade on Ben Davies.
Yeah, but again, he's still not. I don't believe Conte can turn him into a world-class defender. For me personally, but
You
I
don't
could
know
be-
Conte, but you don't know. Barzali,
don't know.
you guys remember Barzali? He wasn't that
Barzagli.
good before Conte. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
I
wasn't
remember.
that good before Conte.
Barzali,
was
I
not that
don't.
good.
I do. Barzagli. I don't know him as that. What happened with Inter and Dybala? Why did it not happen? I think that's one for you, Mo. He signed for Roma, didn't he?
That simple answer is Inter didn't have the money to sign him at the moment, and they offered him even more money than Roma. They offered him 6, but they told him to wait until they figure things out with financially before they sign him, and he couldn't wait. And Mourinho called him and said, "Hey, come, we have a project. I'm gonna build everything around you." And he signed for 4.5 million.
I didn't know he'd gone to. Roma, or more. I would nearly said I didn't know he'd gone to Mourinho. I didn't know he'd gone to Roma.
Yeah, literally, I only found out myself yesterday on that part. Gabrielle says, "Thought some Grealish cooking last night, Dapps. Did you? Oh, you didn't. You said you watched highlights.
No, I saw,
that movement with De Bruyne, that was dangerous.
Yes, that look. I put a tweet up earlier. You know I don't use Twitter that much, but it's because I couldn't be bothered creating an actual Instagram post. So I thought, but I need to get this out there. The minute I saw the goal, as a City fan, De Bruyne, Grealish, Haaland link up is everything I want to see. For me, that is everything I want to see. I guess as a United fan, that's probably like saying Sancho, Martial,
and Donny van der Beek, maybe.
Yeah. When you see, because it's like, if you think about it, it's kind of like pause. If you think about it, it's like De Bruyne and Grealish. When Grealish came in, there was he had this love for De Bruyne, right? And then it's very clear with Grealish and Haaland that they've got this relationship going on. To see all three link up and know that all three potentially, if those three cook, then fucking hell, it's cooking. Yeah. And it was just like, to see De Bruyne put the ball into Grealish and Grealish be on the same wavelength of, yep, you're going to put the ball here. Let me get moving. And then straight away, Grealish to be like, right, now I put this across the face of the box. I know who's going to be there, right? And it worked perfectly. Now, afterwards, when they're walking down the tunnel, I saw this not long before I came live. I think it's Grealish, Haaland, and another City player walking down the tunnel. And Grealish goes, he kind of calls the other City player and goes, I said this to Haaland before the game. I said this to Haaland that he's got to be making those runs into the box. And if he does, and then Haaland goes, that's what I'm here for, bro. And it's like, yes, they get it. Grealish gets it. This is the area you put the ball in. You put the ball in that area and Haaland will be there. This is what we haven't had for 2 seasons. We now have someone that is going to be in those positions. So it's good to see that, man. For me, it's promising. Yeah, man, I'm happy with it. I'm very happy with it. A few other, carry on with the questions. We'll talk on City another time. Carry on with the questions.
Basically, all right, cool. Mike said, do you guys think War Criminal FC, as in FC Catalonia, aka FC Barcelona, can beat Real Madrid to the La Liga title? No, I don't. I really don't. I think they got a good chance, but they got a lot of players they need to integrate into that squad. And they did beat Real Madrid yesterday 1-0. Rafinha actually scored in the 27th minute. And yeah, De Jong was benched. I know, by the way, the president, people didn't know this, the president of Barcelona, Laporta, did say they need to clarify the situation with Frankie De Jong, as they need to offload him. I just read that.
So
who
was benched? Who was benched?
De Jong didn't play.
Yeah, but this is the thing. So we've literally covered 2 angles on this show now. You're talking on De Jong being benched, and Mo earlier talking on De Jong.
I watched second half.
Yeah. Coming on and running the game. So it's like
phenomenal.
First half, they're trying to say, you know what, we're going to bench him because he might be on the way out. Second half, he comes on, puts in a performance, and all of a sudden they're like, do we actually want to sell him?
I am sure that the coach doesn't want. I'm sure that Xavi doesn't want to sell it. The guy is Xavi 0.2. It's simple.
Yeah.
I'm sure that the guy doesn't want to sell him. It's just
especially. I feel like if they're not getting Bernardo Silva, I know they're not like for likes players, but that could have a massive relevance in the De Jong thing. I really think so, because they are both central midfielders, maybe slightly different roles, but it will.
Xavi sees him as a centre back. What?
Sees who is a centre back?
He plays him like in between the centre backs.
Like he drops in between the defenders.
And he drops in between and then drives forward.
Who, De Jong?
Yeah. He's not a centre back. He's like the deepest midfielder. So he drops between the defenders. He is
basically
like
he
a
plays as a
Busquets.
6, but he just drops. So the basically what happens: the fullbacks push up, the what's it called? The centre backs split, and then obviously the 6 drops in deep and collects the ball, kind of thing. So yeah, man. Maguire's captain for 8 years, or Ollie as the manager? No, I'd rather have Maguire's captain for 8 years.
Wow.
No joke. I'm not having Ollie nowhere near my club. Abid again. Who's the best wonder kid in Serie A at the moment, Mo? Chiesa?
We don't have. Chiesa's not a kid anymore.
No.
We don't. There is not a lot of youth players in Serie A. Maybe I can't remember the name now, but I don't think there's any young players. He played, yeah. At the end of the game, Araujo and all these guys, like I think, left, and he played as a center back. But every time I saw it, it was a back, like it looked like a back three between Araujo, him, and somebody else. Yeah.
It's fine. Calvin Phillips for a period in our first friendly, he actually played centre back for a period as well. So I think in friendlies you can't really, So
where do you think Arsenal will finish the coming season? Currently, if you're talking about currently, what did we say in our thing? I think they currently finished 6th. No.
So.
Yeah, I can't lie. I still feel that anymore. I'm not going to get gas over one result for Arsenal. I still finished. Chelsea get the business done, man. So apparently Araujo, whatever his name is.
Araujo. Yeah.
He played right back. Araujo.
It's a very strange. Yeah, maybe people are right. Maybe I misread the situation. I just thought that the left back was very, very high, and then Araujo
it goes to show they need a centre back then. And Koundé is that guy, and he still hasn't completed his thing with. Yeah, man, something's gonna happen soon. I don't know what, but yeah. Next question, Gaetano. What do you think about swap between Ronaldo and Griezmann with Atleti? I'm not taking it.
You wouldn't.
I don't know. I don't think Griezmann.
What's Griezmann?
Old,
29.
Old now, isn't it? No, he's older than that now.
Is he?
Yeah, man. I don't think Griezmann's it anymore, man. If you told me Griezmann from 4 years ago, I would have him. But Griezmann's 31 now, man, and he hasn't really hit heights. I feel like he's on the. I don't think he's that guy. He'd probably suit, but he'd want to start, and I don't think he gets.
I'll be 100. I'll be completely 100 with you. After the conversation I had the other day on, I think it was with Statman and Ty about Martial. So right that time is that if Ronaldo stays, Ten Hag faces an issue, and it's a good issue to have, to be fair, but it's. Martial's been firing all season through all pre-season through the middle. If Ronaldo stays, does Ronaldo come back in, risking Martial's form dropping, or do you keep Martial playing, knowing that Ronaldo might throw his toys out the pram and cause some sort of fuckery in the dressing room? Now, if Ronaldo goes and you bring in Griezmann, again, are you bringing Griezmann into bench Martial and play Griezmann? And what would the impact be? Right now, I think United probably need to put most of their eggs in one basket, back Martial, and maybe know that work on Rashford's confidence to know that he could come in as a plan B, and maybe go and get someone that's willing to play second fiddle. I don't think you need to go.
It is that, man. You need someone that's a bit young, like maybe a little bit younger as well. Someone that's hungry. I don't know, man.
You know what it is, bro? The difference is if you're Manchester City, right, and you've got Aguero, you can go and buy a 19-year-old Gabriel Jesus, who will come over, knowing that it's Aguero is fine. I'm going to be part of a squad that rotates, but I'm probably going to win the Premier League, right? And I'm 19, and it's gonna boost. People will know of me more. At Man United right now, you don't want to be. You can't be a really, really, really big young prospect come in knowing you're going to play second fiddle but not win anything. I don't think you have.
I'd rather us go get. If we get rid of Ronaldo, if they want Ronaldo, I want Broja. That's who I want.
And that's the thing. Broja might, because Broja could probably be sold as a plan B, and also look, you're coming as a plan B where you might. But it's all on what Chelsea. That's all on what Chelsea is saying to Broja. We don't know if he's in their plans or not.
Yeah. I don't know. This question from Abbott says, question for the panel. Harry Kane is looking much more sharp and fit this season under Conte. If he's fit all season, do you guys see him scoring 40 to 50 goals in all competitions?
No. Don't see him going.
I can see him.
I can see him banging a lot of league goals. Hell, a lot of league goals. I'm not saying 40 to 50. Jesus.
Maybe 30 to 50 then. Maybe 40, sorry. Maybe 30 to 35, I would say. What about you, Mo?
Yeah, 30 plus is If he's fit
all
all season,
comps.
38 games, play all the cups, play the Champions League, maybe 30.
I hope he does. By the way, I want to see him smash Shearer's record. So
Yeah,
he needs a good
yeah.
season.
I think he will. I think he does.
Shearer or
Shearer,
Salah's record?
Shearer,
Who's-
No,
Shearer,
Shearer.
260 league goals.
What's Kane
Most
on
ever
now?
in the
Oh,
Premier
you're
League.
talking about the all time, not one season goals.
The all time.
Yeah.
Because I
How
thought
far
that
away?
People
Don't
want to
know.
see him.
I'll pick it up.
People want to see him getting the Salah's record at one before he retires.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, it's just you know what, Kane. When Kane first came around, let's be real, he was very disrespected. Very disrespected.
He's
Probably-
only 77 off.
Yeah, but this is the thing, because Kane had one or two not so good seasons. Not really that bad, but not as good. But he's still got a few seasons in him. But he was that one player that when he popped up, it's like, you know what? I do believe this guy's going to stay in the Premier League. And that's been one of the issues why no one's got anywhere near Shearer's record. It's because they've
He
never
lasted
been
a long time.
Bro, Shearer spent his whole career in the Premier League. Like, If
it's
you
true.
work out look at Aguero's goal per game ratio. If Aguero spent his whole career in the Premier League, he would have smashed Shearer's record. But he didn't, and that's fine. 'Cause
Same
he's
with
not an
Henry
English
as well, I
player.
reckon.
Kane's an English player. He's spent his whole career so far. I'd like to see him break it because I rate Kane. I think first couple of seasons, predominantly because I've got a lot of Arsenal fans, they weren't giving Kane the props that he deserved because it was like, oh, he's a one-season wonder. But by like the third season, I was still hearing that, and it's like, bro, he's had 3 seasons of firing. You can't call him a one-season wonder no more. But I don't. 40 to 50 in the Premier League. Has many people really done that ever?
Yeah, it's hard. He's as I said, he's about 77 league goals off. That's a lot. That's a good couple. He could do that in 3 seasons. Depends how long he lasts.
Yeah.
Depends how long he will last. Because you've got to remember, like Harry Kane's like 28, 29 now. And,
You got to also remember and actually put respect to the fact that Shearer never really did huge numbers in Europe,
No, of course not.
but still hit the numbers he did, which is pretty mad.
It is pretty mad. Amit says, who's getting relegated? Who did we say before?
Definitely Fulham. Yeah. There's one lower than Fulham.
We said Fulham, Bournemouth, and Everton.
Yeah, I can't lie. I'm still sticking by it. I think Everton still get relegated.
Usman's fishing for us to give Salah a compliment, isn't he?
Probably. I see Usman. Obviously, we're going through the questions as fast as we can. Haaland versus Virgil van Dijk will be a great battle next Saturday.
If that is a battle. If that is a battle. Daniel here Don't be surprised if Haaland doesn't start.
We did speak on that. Is Chelsea worried about trouble about goal scoring? We were saying that literally not too long ago. That's done there. So DZish says Dapps Wilson Esbrand, he impressed last night. Clearly lots of potential there again. So this is the second time we've heard of him now.
Yeah.
Send on loan for this season or stay.
On the left, currently definitely stay. Not even debatable. At the moment, we haven't got a left back. We're playing.
If he's impressing that much, then
well, he did impress. I'm not gonna lie, he looked good. City, let's be clear, anyone that's watched the game, City dominated the game. City were very good in the game. So especially when it's only our second pre-season game. And yeah, Wilson Esbrand looked good. Right now, I think Pep would probably be thinking, I want to keep this guy round for the, if not for any other reason. When Pep sees something really in someone, he wants to keep them around the first team, because loaning them out to another team is not going to improve them ultimately. That's why we've started selling players to other Premier League clubs as opposed to loaning them to Championship or European clubs, because it's like, no, we want to sell you to a team in the Premier League that you're going to get game time playing Premier League level football with a buyback clause. Then we can see just how much the academy has influenced you. But with the elite ones like the McAtees, the Cole Palmers, and potentially, well, by looks of it, the Mbettes and potentially even Wilson Esbrand, stay here, be around the players, be around Cancelo, be around players that know how to play Pep system, and let's see just how good you can be in a Pep system. And he might see someone like him as a potential, because I always say, if we get Cucurella, he is a Mendy replacement. Yeah. He might see Wilson Esbrand as a Zinchenko replacement, potentially.
And a cheap alternative at that as well, man, for free. Usman says, do you think Tuchel will be sacked or backed if it goes wrong, Mo?
Sacked. I think.
Yeah, I see sacked.
For one reason, because he wasn't the choice of this management. You know, when you come in as a company and you buy a company and there's a director or a manager there or something, and he's not the guy you hired, and it doesn't go well, you're like, you know what, I'm gonna get my guy what I think is correct, what I think is right.
100%.
It's a simple business thing for the Americans. I think it's like, you know what, we gave you some players, but it didn't work. I'm sorry, we're gonna get our vision in the club, not the previous owner's vision.
And that's interesting to know on the players they've bought so far. I do think they're probably Tuchel wanted them, but at the same time, like if we go back to when Pellegrini was in charge at City, some of the players we now know were actually being bought ready for Pep. I don't think, let me be clear, I don't think Chelsea's owners have done that, but I think you're spot on. They'll have someone in mind. They will have someone that they rate and that they think could carry the team forward. So, yeah.
How many goals will Lukaku score in Serie A? I'm going to be particular about this. I was going to say 19.
Exactly 19. I think 15 plus, but not 25 plus. It's just 15 to 20 in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think Lautaro is going to score more than Lukaku this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Dapps, what do you lot think Arsenal need to make top 4?
Well, the first thing is the same thing I thought they needed last season. And
a new manager.
No, I'm not going to do that. He's earned the right to have another season with him for me. But Cass, remember when we did a show? I think you were on it, and there was that Arsenal fan, Hold Tight Mo, really good guy, and he said basically that he thought Arsenal could challenge because if challenge, I said that challenge, not finish top 4, challenge, because if they could play a half against City and dominate, why couldn't they? If they can play a half against City and dominate for a half, why can't they challenge? Right. And my whole view is, you know what? Arsenal's best 11 against a Manchester City team that are tired, have travelled to the capital 3 times in 6 days or something. You can play well against this. A season's 38 is 76 halves, not one half, 76 halves, plus other competitions. So the one thing I'll say that Arsenal need first and foremost is a lot bigger, more talented squad. Arsenal's best 11 can compete on City's not best day. So squad needs to be a lot thicker with a lot more quality. If we're talking about their best 11, then I would say they need. We'll say Zinchenko's a left back. They need another central midfielder, and
I say they need a DM, man. DM and a winger, I'd say.
Yeah.
I say they need a DM and a winger, man.
Yeah.
I don't think they need Tielemans and them players there. They need a DM.
Yeah. You know what? You're spot on with a DM and a creative player.
Yeah, no, on the wing, definitely on the wing, man.
But that only handles their best 11. That doesn't deal with the fact that they also need more depth.
Yeah. How much do you think Alvarez bags this season in the Prem? If you're saying in the Prem, a handful, I'd say, handful of goals. I don't think he starts a lot in the Prem, anyways.
It's all relevant.
Like
it's all relevant to how much he plays, isn't it? Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
If he doesn't start that much, but gets 8-9 goals. I don't think he'll be happy with that. Do you know what? Actually, no, I'll put it out there. I'll put it out there based on usually City have 3 to 5 players at least getting over 10 goals. So I'm going to say at very least he's going to get 10 goals in the league this season.
Who are the other 2?
Huh?
Who are the other 2?
What do you mean?
The other 2 that are going to get 10 plus goals.
What, City?
You said 3 players get.
Oh no! Usually, most seasons, if you go and look at it, City's goals are spread out across a number of players, so they'll have a lot of players getting 10 plus goals. I would go with if you want me to name 3 next season that get 10 plus goals, then Haaland, Alvarez, De Bruyne.
Not Mahrez.
Well, there we go. You've just given a 4th. So thank you. That's what I'm saying, bro. You just helped me with the argument.
Yeah, no, I believe you. I actually think
maybe even Foden.
I actually think Mahrez is going to be the second top scorer of this team next year. Mahrez is going to be. I like this guy.
I think Mahrez could go below the radar this season as well. people will be bothered about down the left side and forget about
If it
Mahrez's ability down the right.
wasn't for Salah there, he would have been probably the best African player in the last like 5-6 years in the Premier League. Which is
that was Mane slander. Jesus.
In it,
I'm sorry, it's Mahrez.
he's Egyptian.
It's a better player than Mane.
If Arsenal get Tielemans, Paqueta, can they challenge for the Premier League? Can they challenge for the Premier? No.
What? What are you guys drinking?
Bro, if Arsenal get Tielemans and Paqueta, can they challenge for the Premier League? No, they can't.
He's called the Riddler for a reason. It's a riddle. You have to look deeper into it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Can they challenge on City and Liverpool with Paqueta and Tielemans in the ranks? No, they can't. Not in my opinion.
Yeah, of course.
It would be a lot closer, but I mean, they need
why people rate Paqueta really high? He played in the French league. He played at Milan, flopped. They let him go, and he's now, because he's playing in the French league and he's playing well with Lyon. Like, we think that he's going to come to the Premier League and take the Premier League by storm. I'm sorry, Odegaard is maybe a better player than Paqueta. We don't know, but this is what I think, in my opinion.
Balogun might have a breakout season. I don't think he don't even think he plays for Arsenal, if I'm being honest. I think he gets loaned out. For me, Balogun, one of the youngsters.
Before we carry on, you're on 99 likes. 99 watches, which I think means you need to give one of your 100 again. There we go. You need to give one of your little shout outs for likes, please, Cass.
Oh, what are we on? Like 137?
No,
137 likes. We need more. We need more than 150. Yeah. There's got to be at least 13 of you that haven't liked it or subscribed. I keep looking at the statistics. Over 50% of you that watch us are not subscribed. Do subscribe. So I remind you, what are we on now? 138. 12 more. 12 more and counting. There you go.
Can you show Eagle's he's really trolling. Like, people need to think about
he said it's trolling.
Yeah, getting into which is true, because he's trolling. You need to think about Champions League first before you think about like going to the league, in my opinion. Just finish above Spurs 1 year, get in the Champions League first, and then we'll talk about winning the league. It's just simple, basic steps, you know.
We've got another 13 questions, by the way, and probably we'll wrap up on that last question.
Yeah. No more questions, people. But thank you for all your questions. We appreciate them, and we'll get through the last 13.
That's what's your front three for West Ham? Is this on the base? But is this on the base if they get Skamaka and Kostic?
Bro, it doesn't matter. Front three. He's meaning City's front three.
What?
Oh, what's your front three for West Ham? Because Grealish looks sharp. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, it's a hard one. It's a really hard one. I said earlier when someone said Haaland to play against Liverpool in the Community Shield, I said, don't be surprised if Haaland doesn't start. It's West Ham away, which I'm going to. I think it will be Grealish wide left. Last season, one of our last games was West Ham away, and Grealish had a very good game. So I think it'll be Grealish wide left. I think it'll be Mahrez on the right. And you know what? I'm going to go, I think it's going to be Grealish, Haaland, Mahrez. Why not?
There you go.
But still, don't be surprised if Haaland doesn't play against Liverpool in the Community.
Mahrez, Foden, Grealish for me, the first game. Foden as a false nine or De Bruyne as a false nine.
I don't know that.
I don't think he does that. Not when you got two strikers that just come in. If United sign De Jong, will he start with Martinez at centre back, or will Maguire be his partner? Barca treat him so bad. I think because if we don't have De Jong, so let's not speak on that. But if you're saying if United sign De Jong, where will Martinez play? I think he does play at centre back, but if De Jong doesn't come in anytime soon, I see Martinez playing the DM role. Personally, I think we haven't got rid of no centre backs at the end of the day, so might as well use the cover while it's there. In my opinion, Akil. Arun says, which month will Poch become the manager of Chelsea? Pochettino at Chelsea management. Damn, I saw some of that. Is that Tuchel out? I don't know. Will Tuchel be sacked? Oh, we already done that one. Will Sterling struggle out of City system?
He won't struggle. I don't think he will struggle. He's not going to get them as many goals, but I think he's gonna be okay. He's not going to struggle. He's a good player with good attributes and good abilities and good understanding of the game. So I think he's going to be okay.
Wait, what's he saying? Is this the first? Wait, what the hell is this? Cass is a star that don't lose and make best addition to your channel.
I've just messaged your gal privately to explain something to him, Cass. So you don't need to say it just yet. But yeah, he is, and so is Mo. Both of them are sensational. Two hosts with amazing ability. Two hosts that are probably two of the main people. I've met a lot of really good people in YouTube, but two people that from the minute I met them was like, I need these people by my side, and two guys that I can rely on as well, which is what is worth its weight in gold. Two people that you actually know you can rely on. So honestly, you're spot on, Gal. You're spot on.
Whatever that was, but I appreciate the comments. Definitely, Daps, man. Obviously, I'm not going nowhere, bro. Looking at someone that, never mind. Which player from each of your clubs do you think will stand out next season?
Oh, you're Tottenham. I mean, you can do Inter if you want, but you're Tottenham.
I'm trying
to get Mo a Tottenham shirt ASAP.
Let me tell you who I think. Let me answer this
Sancho,
question. Yes, let me answer this question in a different way as a neutral. Okay, I'm going to tell you the player that I think will shine from each team from the top 6. Starting Man United, I think it's Sancho. From Man City, I think it's going to be Foden. This is going to be a great season. I think it's going to be a great season for Foden. I think so. I think Foden is just now he's right, and then.
But do you think it's gonna be a great season from Foden for people like you that study the game deeply, or do you think it's going to be a great season for Foden playing in a more obvious role? So.
I think it's going to be tactically. I think Guardiola is going to play him in a rules that affect the game. Maybe people are not going to see him shot because I think it's a Haaland and the songs and all the stuff and all the tricks and fakes from Grealish. But I think Foden is going to be essential to City because he's the next deeper, a little bit deeper. I think he takes that left side next to De Bruyne and Rodri. I think this is where
I agree with you 1,000,000%. Mo.
Like I think he plays a really good role there to replace Gundogan next year. Probably he's gonna take that because he likes to be in the midfield.
Bro, it was always written in the stars that is where Pep felt. Last summer, Pep played him a lot deeper, and said, "I'm very impressed with how he's coming on playing in that role that one day we all know he's going to play in." But then when the season started, there was I think it was Liverpool we were playing. And Trent was injured and he pushed Foden up wide left. And he kind of said, look, while he's still explosive, we're still going to use him there. But the fact he played him in the false 9 a bit this season, I think anyone that knows the false 9 roles knows ultimately you can play the role as an attacker, but you can also drop into midfield and play that role very, very well. And I think that was starting to transition Foden quite cleverly. And I think this summer, if Foden had have double jabbed, he would have been in America playing that role. But because he hasn't, we haven't got to see it. So, but I think you're spot on with that. Really are spot on.
I think Koulibaly for Chelsea, and I think it's going to be Gabriel Jesus for Jesus for Arsenal, in my opinion. And who else is left? It's Liverpool.
Tottenham.
I said Perisic.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I don't know. For Liverpool, I don't know.
No, you've got to say someone, bro. You said you're going to do it. You've got to say someone.
I can pick the easy one and say Salah. I don't know.
That's it. He didn't specify, to be fair. Mo, thoughts on Leao from AC?
This guy can suit Man United really well, in my opinion.
I want him. I want him and Magnon. I don't want nobody else from that team. Actually, maybe I would want.
Who?
But yeah.
Him and who?
Magnon.
The goalkeeper. Oh, he's astonishing, man. He's amazing.
He won't be available till next season anyways. It will be crazy if we can get him, honestly. Jared says, where do you think Newcastle, West Ham, Villa and Leicester finish the season? All of them but Villa for me finished top 10.
We have a show. If you're new here to the channel, we have a show where we actually do predictions every 2 weeks. If you go to our videos on the channel, you will see that video where with the predictions that we did last week, and then we're going to do another one this Sunday. And check us out this Sunday. We're going to do the last prediction before the season starts.
Yeah, it will be, won't it?
And this is going to be a good one because it's going to be probably after people wrap up a little bit of the transfers in the next week. So make sure to check us in the next coming days because we will have a big good weekend next weekend for you.
And that show hopefully we'll have. I think we need to get all 6 of us on. Is it 6? 1, 2, 3, cast. Yeah, all 6 of us on. Get double A tie and even get Soups on as well, just to go
Even
through it
out.
and nail it down. Nail it down.
Okay, if Ronaldo leaves, will you take Anthony and Depay? Solid option. You know what? I was very against Depay coming, but if you're gonna tell me someone that can't really moan about starting striker and everything with Marcel, and he's gonna cost 15 to 20 million pounds, yeah, why not? Why not take him back? Anthony, if he's there, I'll have him in it. I think I just don't want him for 68 million. It's not my money though. At the end of the day. Last few questions. Keenan, how much is João Felix actually worth in the current
we haven't got
market?
to the bottom of this. We've been speaking about it all summer.
We don't know. Apparently, they're quoting 100 million. 100 million. I mean,
to do with he's got a release clause, and I think the release clause is mad, but that doesn't mean they might not accept less, because the release clauses offer it and they have to, but they might accept less because his contract, his run is getting lower, isn't it? So
yeah, it is getting lower. Yeah, I don't know. 100. If they're quoting 100 million, then you kind of answered your own.
Too much for him.
It's how much? It's too much. Austin,
it's
how
a
many
risk now, isn't it? Unfortunately, however much I rate João Felix, it is a risk. 100 million is a risk.
Yeah. I mean, Jack Grealish, 100 million. João Felix, 100 million. Who else?
Well. Yeah,
Lukaku, 100 million. They're all risks at the end of the day because they come with pressure. Talking on Jack Grealish, how much assists does he get in all competitions? I'm not joking. I think he starts a lot more for me, if I don't mind saying. I reckon he gets
I think
about.
he starts a lot.
I think he gets. About 15, 16, 17. I think he does. I think he gets definitely over 10 in the Premier League, and I think he gets a few in the Champions League. I don't think he does all the cup games too much like that domestically, but he will feature. I reckon about 16, 17.
So you guys think that Jack Grealish should be the top assist of the season next year?
I reckon there'll be quite a few. I reckon Grealish will be assisting Haaland a lot, but I can't lie.
Look, Mo, going with what you said about thinking that Foden's going to play deeper, wide left, yeah. I think that tells me, with Sterling gone as well, that Grealish is probably going to be our main starter on the left, right? Main starter on the left, Haaland up top. I really don't want to give a number because this is why the other day I actually said on BBC Manchester,
like average,
I got asked a question about who had more pressure on him, Haaland or Grealish, and I went with Haaland. However, if you deep it, if Grealish plays wide left all season and doesn't get
10 plus double digits assists,
right? If he doesn't get 10 plus assists next season and he plays a lot wide left
in the league alone,
then that's
absolutely in the league alone. Absolutely in the league alone.
Look, if he plays wide left, if it's him that's selected to play wide left of the front three as opposed to Foden doing it, and he doesn't get 10 plus assists with Haaland up top, there's going to be a shout for other fan bases to really come for Grealish. I'll be honest with you, he has to be getting that.
Let me just say it here, okay? Second season, 100 million signing, the star of Aston Villa, coming to City, integrated in the system. If he doesn't get 20 plus goal assist contribution, I think this question should be asked.
Goals and assists in the Premier League or overall?
No, it's relevant. You know what? The
in the Premier League. I'm sorry, Cass, in the Premier League. If he plays, if Dapps, what Dapps is saying, that he's going to be the main starter on the left wing, that means you play 33 games in the league or something. You have 33 to 35 or something. You have to get 20 plus goals and assists. Like, it's sorry, like Saka, right? Saka at Arsenal. He got 20 plus.
He got 10 goals and 10 assists over. Yeah,
exactly, right? If Grealish doesn't do this, I'm sorry, Grealish plays in a better system than Arsenal.
You're right. The thing is, is I've come on and I've said that about the conversation you had with Haaland coming off with telling Haaland, you make those runs, I know what I have to do. This is what we've been missing, right? It's very simple. You put the ball in a certain area, Haaland should eat it up. If it's not Haaland, Alvarez should eat it up. And the difference is, over the last couple of seasons, that's what we've been missing. That's what everyone's been saying. People have said, when you look at De Bruyne's or any other City players' assists, you have to understand we haven't had the striker to eat them up. We've now given him the striker to eat them up. If he is our main winger, wide left of a front three, his job is to put it on a plate for Haaland. And do you know what? Also contribute with a few goals here and there. Whether it be goals or assists, I think 20 goals or assists wide left for Manchester City, who were the top scoring team in the top 5 leagues in Europe last season, is not a bad ask. Listen, if he was playing the deeper role that we think Foden's going to play, I'd be like, fair enough. Let's not put that on him. But if he's playing wide left of a front three with Haaland or Alvarez through the middle, he needs to be getting 20 plus GA.
He does, especially when you're going to be cut inside and not even on the wing more time, if that's the way he's going to go. Because you see it already, man. The whole coming inside, tucked in kind of thing. You can see it just from the game alone itself.
He's going to have Foden. He's going to have De Bruyne feeding him through passes where all he has to do is cut the ball back. All he has to do is cut the ball back, and Haaland will be there. De Bruyne will perfectly wait a pass, knowing the run Jack Grealish is making, saying, bro. And this is, do you know what? I'll be honest. This is what Sterling can do. This is what Sterling's done for fucking years. When it's put in a certain position, Sterling knows how to do it. So now it's time for Jack Grealish to show he can do it as well.
Yeah. Can you ask your Italian friend, will Atalanta take Tavares on a season-long loan?
I think they're looking into him. I think
I think they get it. I think they get him anyways. Guys, I'm literally going to do this one thing. 80 left of you in it before we wrap up. I've literally just posted the Discord link. Do join it. Just come talk to us. Like, it's right there. It doesn't matter if you're subscribed or not subscribed. Just come in there, have a chat with everyone. It's super friendly, no toxic behavior. So do click it before we do end up wrapping up. And also, if you don't mind, before we end this video, if you are a Manchester United fan or you just generally like hearing me talk, I'll be going live with Ty in about 1 hour. But if you could smash a like, all of you, just go on there, click next video, and literally just go hit a like. It just takes 2 minutes of your time when we do finish. Just go hit the like on that video and you can come off or something. It just helps us when we do go live, all of you guys. And I appreciate all of you. I'm going to say there's been 144 likes. Big up that, man. I haven't seen that in quite a long time. Massive thank you. And yeah, man, anyone that is here, just do wait to the end of the video, which will be very soon, before we talk about anything else, before we wrap it up. And it will put you to the next video. But yeah, you guys got anything else to add, really?
Before we move on, the poll of Chelsea making top 4 or not. I want people to see the result of this. I'm going to say here, the result is 60% say Chelsea are not going to make top 4.
Wow. 217 votes as well, boy.
60% think that Chelsea are not going to make top 4.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, anything you want to add, Dapps?
No, man, just you two. Thank you for yesterday. Thanks for all your hard work. Thanks to all the mods as well, as usual. Thanks to every single subscriber, every single viewer. Yeah, we've got this time next week, the Community Shield winners will have been decided, and we'll have it's the first game on a Friday, by the way. Usually is.
Yep, it's Arsenal first game on a Friday.
Who against?
I can't remember. But...
Okay, that's fine. So we're Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We're going to be like
busy all the time.
Next week we'll be 5 days away from the Premier League starting again, and thank God the summer is out of the way. Going up to Manchester this weekend made me just look forward to going up there every other weekend at very least. When the season starts. Palace. Okay. Oh, where at?
I think is it not at Selhurst? Oh no, I think it's at Emirates. I think I'm pretty sure it's Emirates.
I'm not gonna lie. Getting Selhurst out of the way, first game of the season would be a great shout, because at least you know you're not going to get me on a Monday night again in April.
Yeah. Anything you want to say, Mo? Quick.
Nope. Just hit the like button if you haven't hit it yet, and watch out for our shows this week.
145. Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, of course.
And we'll be back all the week. And then if you're not here during the week, check us out next weekend. We got a big weekend for you the coming weekend, guys. Community Shield, the last prediction show. We're going to be here.
Yeah, man. And if you don't mind, guys, 75 of you in here, just wait for the next video and do hit the like, and you can come off, and then obviously subscribe if you want to the next On Trafford Tunnel. I'll be on it. So yeah, man, I appreciate all of you. It will say play next video. It will take you there. So thank you very much. And it's been your boy Cass, it's been your boy Dats, and been your boy Mo.